Greetings and welcome to PJ's Kitchen. My name is Peter James from peterjamesx.com with the Babylon Report. We've just completed the first day of unleavened bread. I had quite a pleasant time. If you don't know what I'm speaking about, you better start looking in your Bible in Leviticus 23, because sooner or later you're going to be confronted with these holy days as opposed to Easter, Christmas and all those things. But tonight we are asking the question, who rules the world? Now I've got a great deal of material to get through tonight, and first of all, as I sometimes do, I'm going to run through some of the current news items. April 19th, Pope Benedict XVI became the first Pope to visit and bring greetings for the Passover holiday. Sorry? He's talking about the Passover. Anyway, the German pontiff offered a gift of his own, a reproduction of a Jewish codex. So there was the Pope getting together with the Jews. This is in New York. And he also got together with several other people. He got together with Bernice A. King, the daughter of Reverend Martin Luther King, and an elder at Newbert Missionary Baptist Church. He also met with American Muslim leaders. What is going on? The Episcopal Church, the Global Anglican Communion. What is going on? And what a coincidence that it just so happens that at the same time the Pope is there in the United States, that Gordon Brown, the British Prime Minister, just happened to be there as well. I don't think it requires much imagination to see that he'd get together. But big things are happening. Great moves are ahead. Recently I had a comment from somebody who watched one of our videos in Australia, and he basically said, well, it's all very well you're speaking about drought, but I have to tell you, we have had rain since we have prayed for it in December. Well, I was pleased to hear that. However, I just responded, well, you moved from droughts to floods. But the drought is actually a continuing reality. As Australia dries, a global shortage of rice. So the people in the southern hemisphere that had 6 long years of drought, reducing Australia's rice crop by 98%. So maybe this gentleman needs to go and do a little bit of homework about the place in which he lives. But it is bad news. It is really, really bad news, because they export rice all over the place, and now we have had violent protests and riots as people panic and start to hoard food in Hong Kong, the Philippines, Cameroon, Egypt, Ethiopia, Haiti, Indonesia, Italy, Ivory Coast, Mauritania, the Philippines, Thailand, Uzbekistan and Yemen. And it's not only rice. They're worried about all sorts of things. And the farmers down in Australia are trying to move from rice to grapes, because they can earn 10 times as much by producing wine rather than food. Rather interesting, isn't it? We're doing some very, very strange things. Yes, all this is to do with the drought down there. It says wine grapes produce a pre-tax profit of close to $2,000 an acre, while rice produces pre-tax profit of $240 an acre. So even the people who are doing sheep are looking to try and move out of that. So we're having some real real serious problems with the food production. The plants are facing excessive heat, inadequate water, and severe pollution, amongst other stresses. There's a video on the internet about Monsanto. I think you need to watch it. I will put a link on our website. It is a scary, scary video. You know, they have already patented the seeds of almost all the crops, and they are into these GM foods, and we'll come across something in a moment. I think I have something here about that as well. But the sickened pork workers have a new nerve disorder. That's in Chicago. Well, I was in the meat industry for some time, for a considerable period of time, as a matter of fact, and I know if somebody got cut by a pork bone, they were rushed to hospital straight away. This is a very dangerous thing, much more dangerous than a beef bone. In Buenos Aires, they've had on April 19th, a thick cloud of smoke covered Buenos Aires for the 5th day on Saturday, the fallout of field burning that has forced the closure of highways, flight delays, and traffic congestion. So that's been going on there as they keep chopping down the rainforests. And why are they doing this? They're doing it either to produce grasslands so that they can have people like McDonald's do their beef burgers. It's just amazing what else is going on, because we also have a situation now where, if we stay here with the GM crops, it says here a major new study has exposed the great GM crops myth. It says this study shows that modified soya produces 10% less food than its conventional equivalent. Yep, that's basically it. And they're saying, you know, the GM crops that Monsanto has been making, they've made them to resist Monsanto's own pesticide, Roundup. And it's telling us here that a modified crop produces only 70 bushels of grain per acre, compared to 77 bushels from a non-GM crop. It's all, if you look at the Monsanto video, if you just type the word Monsanto video on the search engine, Google or something, you will see this. It's an hour, it's 2 hours, just about a nearly 2 hour video, just over. But it's worth reading, worth watching. You will be shocked and stunned. And there you saw the people in South America as well, where the crops were just diseased, totally diseased. But we're going to have to rely on these people. You know, the Bible talks about famine and all that sort of a thing. Well, we are having green deserts now. Not to mention the fact that these genetically modified foods will have most likely less food value than ordinary things. Now, we've got something here saying why flowers have lost their scent. So the flowers in Europe, according to this Sunday 20th of April 2008, the scent of the flowers has been totally destroyed by pollution. And it says that scent molecules produced by flowers in a less polluted environment could travel for roughly 1,000 to 1,200 meters. Today, they may travel only 200 to 300 meters. It makes it increasingly difficult for bees and other insects to locate flowers.